It is Thursday, which means it is time for Florida Weekly.
Eric Raditz is joining us from his office this morning. How you doing, Eric?
I'm good. How are you, Michael? Hello, Amanda.
Hey, we're doing pretty well. It's a hot day, but we're surviving here. Got the nice AC in the studio. But we want to get to some of the topics you're going to talk about. We teased about the real estate, in Southwest Florida. So what's going on in this edition with Florida Weekly?
Well, this week we take a look at the real estate market in Florida Weekly, and we take a look at the real estate market for these last 5 very chaotic months. And we've come to find out that the real estate market has stayed fundamentally strong in Florida. And while many thought that the COVID might trigger some sort of slide in home values, it just hasn't happened here. We sit down and speak to agents around the state and find out the consensus, which is that they're still slinging sales, values are maintaining, and expensive homes are actually doing really well. And while we can never predict the future, most seem to suggest that for various reasons here in Florida, we can be cautiously optimistic. So it's a great read in Florida Weekly, and the real estate market staying strong.
All right, business section, you were talking about fireworks, 4th of July coming up, not this Saturday, but the next one. A lot of shows have been canceled, so you would assume that people are going out and buying them. So tell us more about what your article specifically is about.
Yes, so many don't really think of outside of the realm of going out to see the fireworks and enjoying the show and celebrating the independence of our country. But we sit down with the business end of those who are actually doing the sales. While there was some difficulty in getting some supply as production was down early part of the year, we sit down with vendors and owners who are saying that they are also seeing sales that are up, some as much as 32% over last year. So that and more as we look at the business of the boom.
And when it comes to arts and entertainment, Eric, it looks like we're going to be featuring a Florida-based artist in this edition.
Yes, and so it is my personal opinion, but also those in the industry of art expertry, if that's a word, that Marcus Jansen is big. In fact, he's huge, with several solo shows around the world in big cities. His latest is coming up in Winter Park here in Florida, September 8th, and we'll show some of his latest works that he's been working on right here in Florida. Many of the themes are around surveillance, social injustice, and economic inequality. We sit down and talk with Marcus about how art has saved his life, what it is like to be on track to be with some of the greatest artists of all time.
All right, normally we do top picks, but with the pandemic, we have staying home or going out. I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot being offered on streaming, so I probably will be staying home this weekend, so that's just my point.
Yeah, and you're not alone. You and me both, Amanda. Thank you for mentioning that. Although you do see some theaters are opening and have given the green light to be open. And so we sit down and look at there are some films that have been kind of a holdout for streaming. A lot realize they just went straight to streaming, but some are still holding out that you'll be able to only see in the theater, including like Wonder Woman 1984 and Mulan, the live action film, not the animated ones, will be in the theaters only. But there's just as many, if not, more cooler ones that are coming and premiering still online. We have the latest in this week's edition, including one from Jay Pharoah, Kevin Bacon's latest thriller, Will Ferrell's latest comedy, and another Steve Carell. And I have to mention the live theater screening of Lin-Manuel Miranda's and the original cast of Hamilton will be on Disney Plus July 3rd. So if you're getting that $6.99 subscription a month, you're not paying $1,000 for tickets. You don't have to go to New York to see the original production of Hamilton. So that and more, Florida Weekly online, on devices, and on screen and on stands.
And you also can watch it in your pajamas. I don't know what's better than that.
Yeah, pretty convenient.
Yes, that's what I do.
All right, Eric, we will see you next week.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us.